for me. Can't you see how happy we would be?
You could raise a family, a boy like us, a girl like me.
Can't you see how happy we would be?
Apparently, we shall hereafter be known as the adoptive parents.
Sounds marginally better than Granny and Grandad.
Shall I frame this or stick it in a file marked pending?
Impending, I think. Are you supposed to feel any different?
What, like you do when you get married?
How did you feel when we got married?
Oh, ecstatic.
Then it's not the same.
And absolutely certain that it was about to lead to a lifetime of putting my hand in my pocket.
That is more like it.
Do you think they're disappointed now that it's official?
Oh, without a doubt. Who would seriously want us as parents? When Graham was born and we were so unhappy.
You were unhappy?
Everyone said I was suffering from postnatal depression.
It lasted for 30 years. Maybe this is post-adoption depression.
Well, there's no maybe about it. But it's done. We've got to bring up his children, and from now on, I'm going to make it work.
What brought this up?
There's not enough money in my running away fund.
Is it too early for a drink?
Yes.
Oh, Jake, you're home early.
Mark's mum bought me. Her car doesn't smell of cigarettes. And she plays whale music. And she smiles at other drivers.
Remind me never to invite her to dinner.
I've got to be a locust by Thursday.
A locust? Why?
We're doing the plagues of Egypt.
Why didn't you get the boils? I could do boils by Thursday, but how do you do a locust?
A locust is just a grasshopper with a healthy appetite.
Oh, good. So how do you do a grasshopper?
What are you doing? Isn't it obvious? Ritual sacrifice of the grandchildren. You're next. I've got a note.
Don't tell me. You've got to be a wasp by Wednesday.
Detention next Tuesday.
One day, Philip, you will come home without a detention note.
The day he gets expelled.
So, what's it for this time?
The teacher doesn't like me.
The teacher doesn't like you what?
The teacher doesn't like me using his mobile phone.
So, who were you trying to ring?
You, to tell you I had a detention, Granny.
Don't call me Granny. Georgia, do you know anything about needlework?
Enough to know that's not how you do it.
Jake's got to be a locust.
Well, he's got the appetite.
Georgia, you're smiling. You never smile. Why are you smiling? Are you on drugs?
No, Granny.
How many times have I asked you to call me Maggie?
Can I get up now, Granny?
No, you can't. And don't call
Granny,
me...
I'm going out.
Don't call me Granny.
Granny?
Look, are you deaf? What is the matter with you? For the last time, do not call me...
Granny,
What's going... Oh, I get it. One of you stuck one of those stupid signs on my back, haven't you? Haven't you?
Ah, Philip, I understand you've got another detention.
So?
The next time you get a detention, I'm going to stop your allowance.
Gran's already stopped it.
Oh. Well, let that be a lesson to you.
See ya.
Now, just a minute. You seem to be getting in a lot of trouble with authority lately.
Don't have any trouble. I'll just ignore it.
Sit down, sit down. You used to be a good student, your teacher said. Education is important.
Why?
Well, it gives you a chance to do what you want in life. And if you get good grades, you can go to university, get a good job.
And then what?
What do you mean, and then what?
And then you meet a nice girl and have a family, do you?
Well, that's optional, but probably in time, yes.
So what's the point?
Well, the point is that you have more chance of securing your future if you have a good education.
How do you know I've got a future?
Of course you got a future.
Mum and Dad didn't have a future, did they? They did all their exams and went to university, and now they're dead. So what's the point?
I've got no answer for you, except that I believe you have a future. In fact, I'm going to make damn sure you have a future. All of you. Even your brother, the locust.
Morning, Liz.
Oh, sorry I'm late, Mrs. Prentice. They had an astrological herbalist on after 9. She was absolutely right about Librans and irritable bowel syndrome. I was going to start with the bins, is that all right?
Have you seen Tom this morning?
Yes, he gave me a lift.
That was helpful.
He's gone straight out to the garage mixing concrete. With those muscles of his, I expect. Not that I'm distracting him or anything. I only let him come in to dunk his tea bag. I don't want you to think there's anything in it, Mrs. Prentice. We've only been out a couple of times, and it was pretty terrible.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
He's a fire sign, you see. I don't feel we have many positive interplanetary connections.
Have you told him?
Well, I think it's best not to bring in the cosmic element at this stage.
Very wise.
I just said we'd have a pizza Friday and see how it goes. Oh, nice material.
Jake's got to be a locust by Thursday, so I'm making him a costume.
Laura had to be a fruit fly when they did Noah's Ark at play school. Crepe paper and coat hangers. She couldn't sit down, but she rustled nicely. Let me know if you want a hand.
Oh, thank you, Liz.
Any chance of something hot and sweet?
Cup of tea with 2 sugars, you mean, don't you?
Morning, Mrs. Prentice.
Oh, morning, Tom. Do you know anything about locusts?
Yeah, my brother used to have a locust de land.
Do locusts have to have wings?
Standard fitting, I'm afraid.
These coat hangers don't like me.
Maggie, you're supposed to use wire coat hangers from the little keys.
Now you tell me.
Oh, as you're going upstairs, you can take these. I suppose I might be able to manage it. I've got the school run, but I think we can get back there. OK. Let me ring you back. Bye. That was Hugh. He's looking for a golf partner this afternoon. All right if I go? Good, good. Hard to believe this used to be my study, a haven of restrained good taste. And I don't think it's a good idea leaving that phone in here. George, you'll be on to the social services every time you forget to order free-range eggs. You all right? What's this? Maggie, you're not reading George's diary, are you? It's not on, you know.
It's a good job I did.
Why? Been saying nasty things about you?
And you?
All sorts of reasons for his enters, but mostly we're alive and her parents are dead.
That's not the worst bit.
What's the worst bit?
Read yesterday's entry.
I haven't got my glasses.
Oh, for goodness sake. Today's my birthday, and nobody remembered.
What have you been up to?
Oh, it's nothing.
What do you mean nothing? It's brilliant.
Well, Mrs. Prentice said Jake had to be a locust, so I thought I'd make some wings for him.
Oh, she will be pleased. She was bending coat hangers all day yesterday. She's not at her best. You've done something really nice.
Oh, for once?
For Jake.
So, do you like me better now, then?
You're showing me a more caring side, which I have not been privy to before.
Blimey, you sound like Jane Austen.
Who's she? Another girlfriend. Jane Austen. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I should have known something like this would happen. My horoscope said misunderstandings will dog your path today.
And what did mine say, then?
You don't think I read yours, do you?
Yeah?
Jake, ready for school?
You want to try these on before you go?
Oh, yeah.
Right, put your arm through that.
Then can I jump off the garage?
No, you can't. Keep your feet firmly on the ground or you're not wearing them.
You better hold on to me tight, or the wind might blow me away.
Oh, there's your lift, Jake. It's Mark's mum.
Right, brace yourself. I'm going to let go now.
That's the storyboard.
Morning, Mrs. Francis.
Morning, Liz.
Oh, I found these old green tights I thought you might be able to use. For Jake.
Oh, yes, of course, thanks.
And I thought, for the locust body, this swimming costume might be useful. He doesn't have to know it's a girl's.
I think he might guess.
Do you want me to give you a hand with it?
Not right now, Liz. You just carry on. I've got to make a birthday cake.
Whose birthday?
George's.
It's her birthday today.
Oh, well, no, it's not actually today. It was yesterday, but she was late back from school. So we're having a belated celebration.
Oh, a party.
Not exactly a party, just the family. And you, if you can stop.
Oh, I'd love to. I'll help you with the food. Oh, what about presents?
Oh, I haven't thought.
What's she like?
Oh, I don't really know. What do they like at that age?
Anything smelly or record token. I'll get us some body lotion.
We'll make sure it's made from consenting vegetables, or there'll be trouble.
Morning, Mrs. Prentice.
Morning, Tom.
Any chance for a brew?
Tom did something very surprising and very sweet.
Did I?
The wings.
Oh.
He's made some wings for Jake.
Oh, that was very sweet, Tom.
They'll need some adjustments, I'm afraid.
How are you getting on in the garage?
Oh, it's coming on. I'm putting a screed on the floor today. It's going to make a lovely bedroom for Georgia.
Pity it's not ready now, really.
Oh, Mrs. Prentice, I'm not dragging my feet, you know. I'm doing a proper job.
Oh, yes, I know that, Tom. It's just that it's her birthday, and...
What, today?
Well, actually, it was yesterday, but I'm giving a bit of a tea party for her today.
Oh, great. I'll nip home lunchtime and get me guitar. We can have a sing-along.
Oh, that'd be nice, if it's not too much trouble.
Oh, no trouble at all. Unless it's just family, that is.
Oh, no, we'd love you to come. Not that it's a real party, it's
Of course. They don't like a fuss at that age, do they? I won't bring the cymbals and the accordion.
Thank you.
Do you need some help blowing up balloons?
Oh, thank you. Hello, Rosie.
Hello, darling. Congratulations, it's a boy.
Oh, thank you.
And another boy.
Thank you again.
And a girl.
Oh, Rosie.
I didn't know quite what the etiquette was for an adoption order, so I thought if you wanted to celebrate or drown your sorrows, those should help.
That's very kind of you.
How's it going?
Oh, it varies from not so bad to absolutely dreadful.
There must be some compensations.
No.
Look, they're all at school at the moment, aren't they? Why don't we go down to Bodyworks? Aromatherapy massage with Damien. My treat.
No, I can't. I've got to make a cake for Georgia. Raspberry sponge, I thought.
Oh, we can pick one of those up at the supermarket on the way back, can't we?
No, it's got to be made from wholemeal flour, unrefined sugar, and free-range raspberries.
She won't know.
She'll know. I've got to do it myself.
What is this, a penance for something?
I forgot her birthday.
Oh, is that all? He forgets mine every year. He doesn't make me a cake.
We're going to have a bit of a tea party for her, just the family.
Can we have pass the parcel? I'll make the parcel. I've got lots of cracker presents at home.
Well, it's just a small...
And I've got a packet of streamers. You made a trifle?
Well, I haven't actually started.
Leave it to me. I'm a demon trifle maker. And a spot of sherry won't hurt, will it? What's this for?
Jake's got to be a locust by Thursday. He's doing the plagues of Egypt.
Well, I know what my dressmaker would do. A little bit of ruched smocking to suggest the thorax.
I'll run that up while the cake's in the oven, shall I?
I can't believe how bad I was.
Well, enough practice.
Have to try and play more often. That's not easy.
Now that you're a dad.
I am certainly not a dad. Dads are young. They go to work every day. They come home and wrestle with their kids on the carpet. They know all the bands on Top of the Pops. I am a granddad. I wake up tired, I read the paper, I take a nap, and if I play golf today, I pay for it tomorrow with lower back pain.
You don't recommend fatherhood, then?
The reason you still look about 15 is because you haven't had any children.
Well, Rosie was wavering. And then she saw how unhappy Maggie was after Graham was born. I did think she might get a bit tearful when she realised she'd never have any grandchildren. But then, of course, after seeing what you, Maggie, gone through, I'm glad you hasn't.
Thank you, that's perked me up no end.
Come on, I'll buy you a large one.
No, I haven't got time. I've got to go pick the kids up from school. You can come with me, see what I've got to cope with. Crisp packets, empty Coke cans in the car, abuse from Georgia, silence from Philip, and Jake's inevitable question of the day. Yesterday it was, Grandad, what's a sperm bank? Thank you, I am aging before your very eyes.
Have you ever thought of what becomes of the children if something happened to you and Maggie?
Yes, I named you as guardian. I take it that's a no.
Takes me back, standing at the school gates.
When have you ever stood at the school gate?
I had a crush on a teacher once. I used to wait for her after school. Then, of course, as soon as she came out, I was struck dumb. Just scuffed my shoes and blushed.
How old were you?
34. Don't tell Rosie.
They're a handful at this age, aren't they?
He's always been a handful.
Have you got a little boy or a little girl?
A little locust. Name of Jake.
Oh, you're Jake's dad.
Dad, he's a... Ow!
Oh, Matthew's mentioned Jake. I think they play together.
Yes, I believe they do.
Is he your only one?
Well, actually, I've got two other children. Oh.
It's nice to see dads at the school gates.
Where?
Well, I think it's important that parents share responsibility.
Oh, you'll have to come over for coffee one morning. Maybe you can give me some advice on how to turn my Roger into a caring dad like you.
Very nice.
He spends his whole time in the gym bodybuilding. He broke the table yesterday. Just got a bit overexcited when Arsenal lost. Doesn't know his own strength.
Really?
But I'd swap all those trophies he's won if he'd just sit down one evening and tell Matthew a bedtime story. I expect you do stories, don't you?
Oh, he does stories.
Hello, Matthew. What have you been up to today? Oh, Matthew! Sorry, love. I can't see a thing without my glasses.
Just here, they're coming.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Georgia. Happy birthday to you. Yay!
What's all this about?
It's your sister's birthday, isn't it?
Got any jelly?
Of course. You didn't think we'd forget your birthday, did you?
How did you know when my birthday was?
Do you think I don't know my own grandchildren's birthdays?
Yes.
Well, you're wrong.
So when's Phillips? I know. Shut up.
Never mind about that. Let's all sit down and have some tea. You've got some presents to open.
And after tea, we got past the parcel. Won't that be brilliant? There's a little something from me, Georgia. I hope you like that.
Any requests? As long as it's when the Saints. Oh, when the Saints go marching.
You've been reading my diary, haven't you?
Your diary?
Yes.
Oh, you mean that book you keep in your bedroom?
In a drawer.
It wasn't locked.
Come and sit down, Georgia. Grandmother's got a great deal of trouble with this birthday.
Of course I read your diary, but I only read yesterday's entry, the bit about your birthday.
It's not my birthday.
Yes, I know, it was yesterday, but we're going to make up for it today. All the sandwiches are vegetarian, wholemeal bread, completely tasteless probably, but it's your day. What more do you want?
It's not my birthday for another 4 months.
What?
I knew that.
Well, why did you write in your diary that it was?
To see if she was reading it.
You set a trap for me.
And you fell into it.
That was a fairly despicable thing to do.
And so is reading somebody else's diary.
Look, it's an awful shame to waste all this. Let's have some tea, shall we? Trifle, Georgia?
So, whatever happened to Mrs. Nice Guy?
Yes, all right, I'm sorry. It was immature, spiteful, and an appalling example to the children. But wow, was it worth it. Did you see her face? All that cream and jelly and sponge. Rosie took a lot of trouble over that trifle. Is she still here?
No, Rosie and Hugh took this home. And Tom has taken the boys out to play football.
I ought to have thrown the cake, but oh, that trifle was so satisfying.
And Georgia is in tears in her bedroom.
And I'm in tears in mine.
No, you're not. You're gloating.
Why is she crying?
Why do you think? Because you mugged her with a trifle.
Rubbish. That trifle contained additives and preservatives. That's why she's crying. She thinks she's been contaminated.
I thought if I left you for an hour or so, you'd have time to reflect and maybe have calmed down and...
Thrown up?
That would be nice.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I felt the most tremendous sense of rightness when that trifle left my hands. I know it was something I should have done months ago.
Are you going to go to her?
What for?
To say you're sorry. Radical suggestion, I know.
Well, why should I? Is she sorry for having set a trap for me?
Maggie, she's a child in our care. You're supposed to protect her and guide her, not fling the contents of the tea table in her face just because she upsets you.
Well, why didn't she come and see me?
Because she's as stubborn as you are. Georgia, I've brought somebody to see you. It's your grandmother.
The Cure. You like them, don't you?
I like their music, yes.
Is that the lead singer?
Yes.
He's got rather awkward hair, hasn't he? I used to like jazz when I was your age. Chris Barber and Acker Bilk. Used to go to a local hop and do a dance called the Stomp. I was rather good at it. I'll show you if you're interested. So, how was the trifle? Look, I know I overreacted, but you drove me to it. You made me so cross there was nothing else I could do. It was pure instinct. I know that's my problem. Act first, think later. But I couldn't see any other way of dealing with the situation.
I know. I understand.
Do you?
I can see that I'd driven you into a corner. And I would have done exactly the same. You don't have to apologise. It was quite a good shot, actually.
Didn't you mind?
Well, it took me ages to get it out of my hair, but I can appreciate the dramatic gesture, and your timing was brilliant.
Thank you. So, you're not upset about the trifle?
The trifle? No.
Then why are you crying?
Isn't it obvious?
No.
I know why you did it, why you threw it at me. I understand you.
And that's bad?
Of course it's bad. It means there's every chance I'll grow up just like you.
Have Georgia and Philip gone to school? Yes. You can come down now. He's coming down. Don't laugh. Doesn't he look nice?
You feeling, Peggy?
hanky in his mouth?
Because he's got a cold coming on.
These are girls' clothes.
Of course they're not.
They've got flowers on.
Ah, yes, but the flowers are there for a reason. And the reason is to illustrate the fact that the locusts zoom over the fields, heads down, and devour all the grass, and indeed the flowers, some of which probably stick to them as they pass, because they've got tiny little hairs all over their bodies, haven't they, Andrew?
Come on, then.
No, let's just go over your lines first.
I know them.
Or shall we just make sure?
And the locusts went up over all of Egypt. Very...
Grievous.
Very grievous were they. You're always forgetting that bit.
What's grievous?
Nasty. Very nasty were they.
Can I say nasty?
No, certainly not. It's the King James Version.
What comes after very grievous?
Before them, there were no such locusts as they. Nor after will there be such. How do I go to the toilet?
No, you can go and plague someone else.
You better fly, or you'll be late. Oh, hello, you must be boils. Particularly unpleasant plague boils.
Oh.
And those are really horrible ones. Absolutely revolt.
Thank you.
What?
That's you.
Particularly you.
I feel rather proud of myself putting that costume together for Jake.
Oh, Rosie enlisted it with a little help from Tom.
Seeing him walk into school all dressed up gives me quite a sense of achievement. Have you forgotten something?
It's next Thursday. I'm supposed to be at Locust next Thursday.
Get in.
Mr. Feaston said, what's the use in sending notes if no one ever reads them?
And the Lord turned a mighty strong west wind and took away the locusts. Until next week.
Shut up, Andrew.